Hey Drew, hope you're doing well. This one is to go over that lower back protocol. I'm going to take you through my flow. So first things first, just get onto the ground, fire into some glute bridges, get that low back working. And yeah, so you're going to see here now, I'm going to try to take it up a little bit higher. So I'm going to ratchet my hands under my hips to really try to press it through the roof, kind of bring my elbows underneath, kind of like a jack stand, just to hold that stretch, let those areas kind of decompress a bit. And then we're going to go into our single leg work. So you want to keep that heel connected on that down leg and just drive it up as high as you can for a hold, and then smooth coming back down. I'm going to want you to hit at least 3 to 5 reps per side before you flow into the next side. And yeah, just keep that going. Build up some good hypertrophy, and then we'll hop into the next movement here in just a sec. This can be nice to mix up as well after reps. Take that stretch we did in the beginning where we're trying to push our hips a bit higher than a normal glute bridge, and then some single leg knee tucks and some double legs as well. Just pull that knee into your chest when you're breaking up or taking a little rest from the single leg glute bridges or regular glute bridges, and you can keep flowing there for a little bit. We're going to keep that flow going. So right after you're done with those glute bridges, we can kick up onto our butt, and we're going to go into that 90-90 hip box with a forward fold. Now we can lean back on it, especially when we're warming up. Just get those hip flexors moving, try to keep the feet still, and then you're going to bring your fold into it. So it's going to pull a big stretch over those glutes and hips. And then yeah, we're just going to take it one side at a time. So you're going to see me leaning back here for now. That's just going to help open everything up. You're going to bring that fold in, reach one hand over, pull a big stretch, and then in with that next hand. Try to hang out there in that stretched position for 3 to 5 seconds, and then you can take the other side. Now we can try to keep hands away. You can try to keep feet still as you drive that transfer. It's going to put a lot more work into your hips, and then you can bring those folds into the play as well. We're going to keep flowing from move to move. So next up is our heel pumps. So flip into that down dog position. Now, we're not trying to just speed run through this. Remember what we talked about, trying to hold tension between both heels moving? When one heel is at a full stretch position, it should be difficult to put the other heel in a stretch position without creating slack on the other side. So that's your goal, to create that tension through the hips and create that very deliberate movement through the pelvis. This is going to glide those sciatic nerves and just help with that piriformis pinching and sciatica symptoms. Next, we're going to lay it down. We're going to pull some of our Supermans. So when you build the fatigue in your heel pumps, just lay it on your belly, pull some Supermans. You're going to pull into the stretch for a hold and then smooth coming back down. Take a bunch of reps there, go basically almost to failure. So we're talking 10 reps I'm happy with, and then you can go back up into your heel pumps, into those elephant walks. There's a few more movements we can do here, getting into donkey kicks and 3-legged dogs. You're going to see me hop into those in just a moment. I know the frame is a little funky, but you'll get the gist of what's going on. So right now we're driving that heel into the roof. So low back is working, glutes and hams, getting deep into where we're feeling that pain in the low back. So right now it's with a bent leg, pumping the heel into the roof. The 3-legged dog one is with a straight leg on one side and just swinging that leg up in a straight leg position. So instead of punching at the roof, we're swinging at the roof with a straight leg. You might be able to see a little bit here. Yeah, so this is what it's going to look like. My leg still has a little bend in it because we have some fatigue going on, a little bit sore, a little bit tight, but it'd be a lot worse if I wasn't doing this right now. And you can just keep that flow going. So right now I'm alternating between the heel pumps, the donkey kicks, the 3-legged dog, and then laying down into those Supermans. You'll remember this guy, the holy grail we got for lower back decompression. So we got some factors here, limiting factors of how this rep's going to perform. So we've got, depending on how close our bum is to that rack there, to the wall, and how tight that angle is on that leg. So right now I'm in a very tight position. So I started with my bum all the way close to the rack, and I pulled a pretty aggressive angle on that leg that was touching the rack there with the foot on the rack. Our goal is to bring our bum or our lower back very close to the ground, almost parallel. A little bit up at the bottom at our glutes is fine. You'll see me sliding my hand under there to test. I was a little bit high. So I'm going to open up the angle in my knee, reset into that figure 4 position, and then let gravity start to pull me back down. It's going to stretch those glutes for me deep into that piriformis. Using that down hand to test how close my lower back is to the ground. I want that to be pretty close. Don't want to be too far off the ground. And then I can open up through that knee that's bent as well. So here I'm going to show you some factors. If it was too tight, if I wasn't getting close to the ground, I'm going to scoop my bum back, and then I'm going to open up that angle with that leg touching the bar. So I went for a more open angle there. Here you'll see I'm basically flat at the ground. So this is too slack. I need to get a little bit closer. So I'm going to shift my bum in. I'm going to work that angle. And I'm going to try to find that sweet spot of where I'm getting proper decompression for 2 to 3 breaths. And I can slightly open up through that bent knee, the knee that's in the figure 4 position. And you'll see me pushing through it now. Excellent. So our goal here is that decompression. Spend a few deep breaths on this side, then you'll flow onto the other side, and so on. When we're looking to take a pause between doing both sides for a few deep breaths, it's nice to just hit a few glute bridges, and then you can hop back into another round of these if you'd like. And to refresh, foot is on the rack around 90. Our bum is sliding into the wall. We're going to pull up into that big figure 4, picking our hips off the ground, and then we'll let gravity pull us back, delivering that stretch for us. And then our goal is to hang out in there for a little bit and work on that decompression. And pro tip, when you're doing it at the gym, just walk your hands up that rack and you're good to go. And we'll grab some figure 4s coming off the ground as well. So here I just want to show you how they look standing. It's going to pull a nice big stretch as well. These are a nice one when you don't want to get on the ground too, or maybe the beginning of a warm up. Here's to show you we can unlock that full range of motion. I didn't have that in the beginning, but stick with it. It'll open up and those things will happen. We're going to hop into our next movement here. We're going to do our Spanish squats. We're going to want this band. There's a thick band here on this one, using the black one, not a green one. This could be an orange band, a blue band, black band, depending on what facility you're at. But yeah, we're going to want that around knee height. So this one is going to work our hips and our knees. It's going to hit the low back in a different fashion. These ones are, again, our Spanish squats. So we're going to pull that band behind our knees. We're going to walk back so we feel some good tension coming through, like that band is slightly pulling us into the rack. We're trying to grip the ground with our full foot, trying to feel our full foot holding us in, gripping us onto that ground there. And then we're going to go arms up so we can keep a nice upright chest position. And then we're looking to get into our squat. This is going to pull some really nice separation through your knees, just giving some great relief and letting them fire a bit better. This is a kind of pure sport physio movement from athletes. So this is all around just a really nice one to do. It's not exactly low back, but it is hips and knees, which is the next in the chain of command when we get into why the lower back starts to lose function and develop these things that go against the grain. Last but not least, I want to go over our hyperextensions. Now, this is not the machine I'm going to put you on or really want you using. This one's the GHD. It pulls a very extreme stretch on the hamstrings to get that low back working. The purpose of this one, right, think about it, we train a ton of core. We've got all 6 of our abs, our serratus, our obliques, and some more stabilizers going on there. Training the front of our body, pulling tight, pulling tension there. If we're not working the back side of our core, so equally hold our lower back and spinal erectors tight and in position, then we're going to create some imbalances that lead to low back pain. Now, we're going to talk about the hyperextension that I think you should buy for your gym, which I have in my gym in just a moment. But before we get there, I just want to talk about, I'm not going to give you a exact rep parameters to stick through with this movement. I want you to flow. The main difference between regular training and physio is just slowing down, putting more time under tension, taking a bit more time through the full rep, letting those stabilizer muscles kind of wake up, turn on fire, and really cement that pattern of movement. So let's look at our hyperextensions now, and we'll talk a little bit. Here you can see the performance of the hyperextension. This way we're really focusing on that lower back, those spinal erectors, creating some new muscle there, some hypertrophy, building that out. That's really going to help the function of that low back and just keep everything firing nicely. As you're building out your home gym, I want you to keep this piece of equipment in your mind. This is going to do so much more for you than getting into more expensive specialty equipment that is kind of already there at the gym. This is one that you're going to want to be able to do whenever you want, a few times a day, and just keep you moving well. But take care, boss. Let me know if you need anything. Just give me a shout.